Well, now let's take this opportunity. We teased earlier that we were going to talk about some of the features of the practice mode that we have been using so much in these character demos. But yeah, you want to run us through?
So let me run you through. Let me set it up so that I can put on a stage that has walls, because one of the things and opportunities that the practice mode does is put you in every situation that you see happening in a real-time match. So maybe I could take this opportunity to show off one of the cool newly announced costumes for Kunimitsu, and then let's bring out Angel, because there's some new moves.
We haven't seen any yet.
There's some new moves.
We can bring out a little bit of Angel before we wrap it up.
Let's beat the crap out of Kazuya. Yeah, so the practice mode, so going back, Tekken 6.
Tekken 6.
People wanted a couple of things in there and asked directly to the Tekken team, like, hey, can we have a couple of these features implemented into the game? Because it was after the release, we're like, hey, let's take everything, or as much as we can, from the community, from the people who play in tournaments, from the people who play the game, and do what we can to make up what we have right now, which is the most killer practice mode that I've ever played with.
Alright.
So jumping right into it, let's go ahead and check out the HUD. You're going to be able to control the different action settings within this mode. So right now I'm in freestyle, and I can cover some of the other stuff later. But for instance, I can set it up how the computer is going to react to every hit. So as soon as I hit the opponent the first time, it's going to be standing.
Okay.
Then what I can do is I can test to see, hey, is this a true block string? What options does my opponent have? And I can manually set up these options right from the menu. And these options have everything from how they react after I hit them, or how they react after I juggle them, what type of positioning do I want them to roll back, roll to the side, or do a quick get up. Every single one of these options.
So it can be like, I hit you, then they go into a sidestep, or I hit you, and then they counterattack with a kick.
So that, I can do that. And on top of that, I can mess around with the positioning of where I'm at. So the status of my player, of myself, or the computer can be done. But most importantly, the position of where we start every single time.
So yeah, so when you refresh the set, you're not just like standing and facing each other. You can be like behind somebody.
So these, like, I can develop different type of strategies on what I want to do when I'm able to press my opponent against the wall, or if I simply want to practice my wall combo.
Okay.
So right here, I can practice my wall combos, and sometimes things get a little crazy, or if I do this, like,
you go
positions get messed up.
You carry them to the other side of the screen on accident.
At the simple press of just the position reset.
Nice. And then you're right back there again.
Right back. I don't even have to watch the whole thing. But what this does, it allows me to go kind of buck nutty and really mess around with the wall. And this can be done in a ton of different positions. I can do it in the middle of the screen, so for those pro player out there, or anybody who's never played Tekken, they can get a good grasp of the map. And I think that's one of the most important things to this fighting game. Because you want to maximize on your damage by utilizing the game system and the engine. So sometimes it's not doing too many hits before the wall, but doing enough to take it to the wall so you can do maximum damage over there.
That's where you really capitalize, really let it loose.
And I don't feel that position or that option's been provided to the players previously for the other games, because you had to do a lot of things manually, play with the buddy, have them plug in the controller.
You have to like run up against them to push them against
the wall. Exactly. But now you got it's really easy to do with this all here. And look at all these different options that the player has with both yourself and the computer. And you could really work out and kind of put into play everything and anything that could happen in a real-time match. So I guess this right here is the freestyle option of the game.
Okay.
Defensive training. Now, this is going to be an amazing tool for anybody out there who just wants to condition themselves towards a particular opponent or a player. I think what they can do is, Tekken's one of those games where, like, yeah, it moves pretty quick, but you can develop an eye for it. And you can position yourself to, this is going to be a great thing for all those hardcore players, is to record the moves yourself. Yeah. Or you can go through the command list of the player to do one move and progressively go through the steps of number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Or you can set it up open where any one of these moves can come out randomly, and I think this could come into play to practice against throw breaking
It seems like that would be the best.
You know,
because
that's
you're not quite sure what's coming, so you want to be able to like
Exactly.
learn to read. Like, okay, I know what that moves. I know what that setup's going to look like. I know what that setup's going to look like.
And then everybody's favorite thing, record mode.
Yes.
So it's putting yourself in the position of the opposing player, and then doing anything you want within that 30 seconds. I can stop it, and that was recorded for my first option.
Boom.
Boom. Now I can
Set.
go back into this, and then we can play. Now I'm controlling Kunimitsu again.
Yep.
I'm going to tell Kazuya to do that. And then boom, I
And
can
then there
work
you
out
go.
a strategy, maybe pick out things that I've seen people do, you know, at their house or online, and beat the crap out of them without even playing them. So I think this is an amazing thing, and you could do that up to 5 times. You have all these, you could change the intervals, the speed and pace. It could be random, which I think is probably the best option for anybody who's really trying to do it.
Nice.
And you can do everything along with the damage output if you wanted to see how much damage it would do under rage or if it wasn't, and really messing around with the practice mode so that when you do have the time to play online, you're making the most out of everything. And you'll be ready for the game, hopefully, to whatever you've done in practice one. I mean, I think it's going to be good, dude. This is what a lot of fans have wanted, and there's so much that got put into this that I just dork out on. Like I can finally get better. You know, this is another way for me to get better without having to play somebody, because when I play somebody, they're getting to see my strategies. Like I don't want to put everything
Yeah, I know.
on the table.
You're not only getting better yourself, you're making them better.
Yes.
as well.
Don't get me wrong, practicing and playing with people is still very important, but this is just an amazing way for you to kind of learn more about yourself and exposing all of your opponents. Awesome.
All right, Rich. Well, can you remind us when Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is coming out and on what consoles?
Yes, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is coming out for your Xbox 360 and for your PS3 worldwide the week of September 10th. For the US, it's going to be the 11th of September. I'm going to continue to press people to pre-order now because it's free. You're going to be getting the 4 DLC characters, the Snoop Dogg stage, the big bikini bundle, and then it's just non-stop. It's really giving back to the people. And we want you guys on day one to have all of this at your hands. So, I mean, we get all the details on our website, tekken.com. If anybody has any questions or any concerns, or if you just want to learn a combo about a character, hit me up on Twitter. I am doing nothing but talking on that thing all day. So,
All right, Rich. Thank you so much for stopping by, man.
no sweat, man.